If you wish to be out front, then act as if you were behind. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. It is better to conquer self than to win 1,000 battles. Do not consider painful what is good for you. Self-control is the chief element in self-respect, and self-respect is the chief element in courage. The first and greatest victory is to conquer self. What it lies in our power to do, it lies in our power not do. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. Through self-discipline comes freedom. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Waste no time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Rule your mind or it will rule you. Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power. Not being able to govern events, I govern myself. It is not enough to have great qualities. We should also have the management of them. Self-discipline is that which, next to virtue, truly and essentially raises one man above another. No man is fit to command another that cannot command himself. Discipline is the soul of an army. It makes small numbers formidable, procures success to the weak, and esteem to all. Do not bite at the bait of pleasure till you know there is no hook beneath it. Self-command is the main discipline. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. That aim in life is highest, which requires the highest and finest discipline. Live your life while you have it. Life is a splendid gift, but to live your life you must discipline it. He who has conquered his own coward spirit has conquered the whole outward world. What we do upon some great occasion will probably depend on what we already are, and what we are will be the result of previous years of self-discipline. He who cannot obey himself will be commanded. That is the nature of living creatures. I could only achieve success in my life through self-discipline, and I applied it until my wish and my will became one. Self-discipline is the ability to make yourself do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. With self-discipline, most anything is possible. Most talk about super geniuses is nonsense. I have found that when stars drop out, successors are usually at hand to fill their places, and the successors are merely men who have learned by application and self-discipline to get full production from an average, normal brain. Self-control is strength. Right thought is mastery. Calmness is power. When a man is sufficiently motivated, discipline will take care of itself. One painful duty fulfilled makes the next plainer and easier. The great master key to riches is nothing more or less than the self-discipline necessary to help you take full and complete possession of your own mind. Self-discipline begins with the mastery of thought. If you do not control your thoughts, you cannot control your needs. Self-discipline calls for a balancing of the emotions of your heart with the reasoning faculty of your head. If I want to be great, I have to win the victory over myself. Self-discipline. In reading the lives of great men, I found that the first victory they won was over themselves. Self-discipline with all of them came first. The individual who wants to reach the top in business must appreciate the might and force of habit. He must be quick to break those habits that can break him, and hasten to adopt those practices that will become the habits that help him achieve the success he desires. True freedom is impossible without a mind made free by discipline. Self-respect is the fruit of discipline. The sense of dignity grows with the ability to say no to oneself. We all have dreams, but in order to make dreams come into reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort. The good Lord gave you a body that can stand most anything. It's your mind you have to convince. If the self-discipline of the free cannot match the iron discipline of the mailed fist in economic, political, scientific, and all other kinds of struggles as well as the military, then the peril to freedom will continue to rise. The price of excellence is discipline. The cost of mediocrity is disappointment. The only discipline that lasts is self-discipline. Discipline yourself to do the things you need to do when you need to do them, and the day will come when you will be able to do the things you want to do when you want to do them. Self-discipline is the ability to organize your behavior over time in the service of specific goals. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. We must all suffer one of two things: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret and disappointment. One discipline always leads to another discipline. Respect your efforts, respect yourself. Self-respect leads to self-discipline. When you have both firmly under your belt, that's real power. We don't have to be smarter than the rest. We have to be more disciplined than the rest. It doesn't matter whether you are pursuing success in business, sports, the arts, or life in general. The bridge between wishing and accomplishing is discipline. Some people regard discipline as a chore. For me, it is a kind of order that sets me free to fly. Self-discipline is a self-enlarging process. A disciplined mind leads to happiness, and an undisciplined mind leads to suffering. Those who have nothing have only their discipline. Winners embrace hard work. They love the discipline of it, the trade-off they're making to win. Losers, on the other hand, see it as a punishment, and that's the difference. Without self-discipline, success is impossible, period. If you are willing to discipline yourself, the physical universe won't need to discipline you. Success is a matter of understanding and religiously practicing specific simple habits that always lead to success. Success is measured by your discipline and inner peace. It's never crowded along the extra mile. I don't count my sit-ups. I only start counting when it starts hurting. When I feel pain, that's when I start counting, 'cause that's when it really counts. There is no magic wand that can resolve our problems. The solution rests with our work and discipline. We must do our work for its own sake, not for fortune or attention or applause. It's all right letting yourself go, as long as you can get yourself back. With this magic ingredient, you can accomplish anything and everything you want to, and it is called self-discipline. Self-discipline is what separates the winners and the losers. Confidence comes from discipline and training. Self-discipline is the number one delineating factor between the rich, the middle class, and the poor. Success doesn't just happen. You have to be intentional about it, and that takes discipline. Great leaders always have self-discipline, without exception. Never believe a promise from a man or woman who has no discipline. They have broken 1,000 promises to themselves, and they break their promise for you. There are two disciplines in life. There is the pain of discipline and the pain of disappointment. If you can handle the pain of discipline, then you'll never have to deal with the pain of disappointment. Trophies should go to the winners. Self-esteem does not lead to success in life. Self-discipline and self-control do, and sports can help teach those. Self-discipline is the magic power that makes you virtually unstoppable. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Success is actually a short race, a sprint fueled by discipline, just long enough for habit to kick in and take over. Discipline is consistency of action. It is time to reverse this prejudice against conscious effort and to see the powers we gain through practice and discipline as eminently inspiring and even miraculous. The keys to overcome crisis are patience, courage, self-discipline, adaptation, and alertness. Discipline is built by consistently performing small acts of courage. Suffer the pain of discipline, or suffer the pain of regret. Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but nonetheless doing it like you love it. The center of bringing any dream into fruition is self-discipline. Self-discipline is the center of all material success. You can't win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind. I think self-discipline is something it's like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. There's no easy way. There is only hard work, late nights, early mornings, practice, rehearsal, repetition, study, sweat, blood, toil, frustration, and discipline. Self-discipline is the root quality that will improve every aspect of your life. The pain of discipline weighs ounces, but the pain of regret weighs tons. Success is the result of daily disciplines compounded over time. We do today what they won't, so tomorrow we can accomplish what they can't. All successes begin with self-discipline. It starts with you. It takes relentless self-discipline to schedule suffering into your day, every day. In this life there are countless trails to self-realization, though most demand intense discipline, so very few take them. No one is going to come help you. No one's coming to save you. I value self-discipline, but creating systems that make it next to impossible to misbehave is more reliable than self-control. The obstacle in the path becomes the path. Never forget, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition. Which quote did you like the most? Share your opinion in the comments. One day you will regret that you did not hear these quotes earlier. Do not lose the opportunity. Watch our next video and subscribe.